Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? How we doing? Welcome to Frostbites. New little show that we're gonna do weekly. I'm here today with Anime Razza.
Yo, welcome to the show. I thought we were doing this every other week.
Every other week, whatever. There's gonna be a show every week. I know that. Yeah, with a few things to talk about today. I see you in chat there, BMG. How we doing? Yeah, some pretty serious things and some pretty mellow things. Yeah. Howdy doody. Yeah, first things first though. If you're not already, come join us in Discord. And yeah. Discord.io/Stasis chat. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. There's a subscribe button down there. Also share it, like it, and hit the notification bell as well.
All those good things.
All of them. They're always good things. Yeah. So first things first on the agenda. It's all about Rockstar. Yeah, I know, Rockstar. A lot of fun in it. So first things first. A bunch of developers have shown their support towards Rockstar and been showing off their early development builds on the games.
I think it's a good stand of solidarity, to be truthful.
Yeah.
It's
kind of crappy what the leaker did, but yeah.
Can't fault the other game developers for actually taking a stand with Rockstar and the whole. Especially with the way that players and general consumers for Rockstar games were just hammering their early game build. Like, this doesn't even look like a complete game. Well, it's not a complete game.
No, and apparently, the build that was released, that was leaked, possibly a couple of years old.
Yeah, I think it was like 2019, 2020.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. BMG says, do we think this will push Rockstar to do a reveal sooner than they wanted? I think they already kind of did that. Yeah, I think they already did that just because of the leaker. I mean, they kind of told everyone the GTA. I mean, everyone knew the GTA 6 was being worked on because development for GTA 5 has slowed down.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I think everyone knew. And not only that, but on the Rockstar building, they usually have like it was like a banner or canvas or something up. Actually on the building, and a couple of years ago they actually took that down. It was the Red Dead Redemption 2 banner. They took that down. So everyone knew that they were working on something. That's just kind of how you know. Is if something goes up there or something gets taken down, then it's clear that they're working on something.
Personally, I would like to see Bully 2 or Bully fully remastered.
I remember watching that when we were younger, anime.
Oh,
Sitting there in your bedroom, on your 360, was it your 360?
yes.
And I was sat watching you. No, I mean an official announcement trailer and gameplay. Game was officially announced earlier this year, but nothing seen since the leak. Yeah, they're probably working on something. It'll probably be an in-engine trailer though. Yeah, they definitely will. Um,
I'm not too sure because they said they were going to stick to the development process as they were going.
yeah, but I mean, their main focus right now is actually building the game. I mean, I don't think they really be wanting to work on a trailer now. This early into the development.
no, no.
But hey,
Uh,
you never know. We'll see. They could.
They could, but at the same time, I don't think they will.
No. And speaking of the leak, police in the UK have arrested a 17-year-old who is possibly
Alleged.
linked to the breach,
Mm,
the security breach, and the GTA 6 development footage being leaked.
this is why Scotland wants their independence.
And GTA 4 remaster was officially cancelled early this year to pull resources. Yeah, well, that's fair enough, you know. Yeah. Hopefully, this 17-year-old will probably get a slap on the wrist and end up working for the government. So usually what happens.
Or they end up
Yeah,
working for the game development team.
he was also the guy who hacked into Uber. He was also the guy who keeps hacking into Microsoft and PlayStation and wherever else as well. So
Yeah, isn't there another one that he hacked into? Like
yeah, there was.
literally, as we were just as before we went live last week. There was
Yeah.
another game studios. I can't exactly remember who it was.
No. No,
Uh,
I did watch a video actually shortly after. I was the day after our show last week. I did watch a video and there was like a whole bunch, and he's claiming that he hacked into like Microsoft and PlayStation and wherever else as well. So he's just like, well, hopefully this I'm going to say kid. Um, I would say that I would hope that he'd rot in hell, rot in prison, but obviously you're going to be valuable to government, so he's obviously going to end up working for him. But speculation, but hey ho.
black hat hackers normally end up turning into white hat hackers
Yeah,
later down the line.
yeah.
But I mean, with it being such a young person who's done it, it really brings into question where we're going as a society.
I know.
But
There's many things I would say about the children of today, the young adults of today. I'm not going to go into it because it'd end up taking up the entire hour that we've got of the show, and I'm not going to do that.
nope.
all I'm going to say is,
About
all I'm going to say is they need to learn some damn respect.
agreed.
Anyway, moving on. There you go. As BMG was saying there, 2K confirms its online customer support service has been hacked. So if you have a 2K account, log on, change your password, enable two-factor authentication. There's many apps you can use. Google Authenticate, Google Authy, something like that. There's also the Microsoft Authenticator app, and the one I personally use is called Authy. It's so amazing to use. I love it.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got it on, get 2FA on. It will help. Mostly,
That,
but yeah.
damn it, Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 2, best game ever.
One of the best games ever.
Yeah, and
And I
motive.
know someone in the chat wouldn't agree.
Motive Studios have officially announced the new Iron Man game. That will
That I'm interested in.
that would be interesting because Anime Razza knows my other off, and he knows that my other off absolutely loves Iron Man.
Almost as much as she loves the Joker.
Eh, she's not very big on Batman and Joker and stuff anymore. She's more all about Thor and Iron Man.
And we converted her. We
Yeah.
converted the poor little DC girl.
But yeah, the those look pretty cool with some of the graphics that have come out.
Really does look good.
Just,
I'm unsure on how well it's going to handle because I've only ever seen one group of really nail a superhero game, and that's Rocksteady
yeah,
with the Batman Arkham series.
yeah.
They're the only ones that really nailed it so far. But I am gonna say that it does look good, but it's gonna be one of them of wait and see.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's gonna be a wait and see of what happens there.
Hopefully, it's not going to be as bad as the Marvel Avengers game. I thought that sucked.
I'm looking forward to Midnight Suns, but I don't know how that's gonna play.
Yeah,
So that seems more like a strategy game.
yeah. I've got some weird oddities going on with my camera, whatever. But yeah. I mean, just that one graphic there looks pretty awesome.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that it'd be maybe. Well, it says here that it's single player third person action adventure. I'm hoping that it's not in a way like Halo, more open world. So I mean, like like Halo Combat Evolved through to Halo 4. I'm hoping it's not like that. It's more just open world like Halo Infinite.
No, I've played it.
So, because I mean, I think it would do better as an open world, where you can actually fly around and interact with the surroundings and actually, really get feel Iron Man like rather than a plane.
I am playing.
So,
Let's just hope they get the flying down.
yeah, I know. Let's hope it's not buggy and glitchy. Always going to be bugs and glitches in games, but hopefully they're not like game breaking like they are on the new Saints Row.
Not played it yet. Well, I'd rather
Yeah.
see a linear story along the style of Uncharted.
Um, how would they do that though? Because like they will use Anthem flying mechanics as the own that game. This is true. They could do that. Um, to be fair, but what is Anthem?
Nothing now.
I mean, okay, what was Anthem? It was basically Iron Man. In a way,
Yeah,
it was basically Iron Man.
it was Iron Man the MMO.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see how that would work. But I would like the openness of it, but at the same time have that linear story. I think it very similar to a
Do like a GTA style
Assassin,
storyline. Where it's
like an Assassin's Creed.
it's like open world. So it's like like how like GTA's go where you have to go somewhere, pick up the mission, and then go to the next place.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
like I was on a like Assassin's Creed where part of the world's cut off for a little bit.
Yeah, so you're talking like
Early GTA.
yeah, like GTA San Andreas and 3, where you have to unlock the next part of the world.
Yeah,
I suppose that could be a good way of doing it.
I could imagine that. Um, Otherwise, you end up going everywhere and end up killing the final boss.
Yeah,
And that way
like
too many times in video games.
like people have found on Halo Infinite, where they can just escape to the next areas
Hmm.
using glitches and get straight to the like. I don't know what the world record is currently for Halo Infinite, but last time I checked, I think it was about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Hmm.
And when I played it, it took me 6, 7, 8 hours, maybe
Yeah, I've not
maybe a bit
played
longer.
Halo. I've not played Halo Infinite yet, so
I mean, I personally like my opinion on Halo Infinite wasn't that great. Um, but yeah, hopefully,
so that.
hopefully they do well with the Iron Man.
Hmm. I mean, my
Um,
intention is to play with BMG because we've played the entire Halo series together.
yeah. Well, me and my other half currently are just running through Halo. We've just finished Halo 3. Halo Combat Evolved and Anniversary and Halo 2 are not cross platform, so we've had to go straight to 3. Kind of
Hmm.
sucks, but um, we're currently on ODST, and I'm a little lost because I don't really remember the game.
ODST was very different for Halo.
Yeah,
It
it was
was very story orientated, whereas it was all about grand action.
co-op campaign lands on November 8th for which game?
That'll be Infinite.
Infinite. Right.
Yeah, so
Good stuff.
I'll put it in my diary BMG so then we can do it.
You could just set up a bot to ping you to every week. November 8th, don't forget. Yeah,
BMG, Anime Razza, download Halo.
to be fair though, you could probably just get Google to text each other.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Speaking of Halo,
Cool.
a certain affinity has close to 100 people working on a big Halo Infinite project.
Ah, yes. Uh, the next topic. So, I don't really know. Some people seem to think that it could be a battle royale style game.
Nope, keep it away.
Other people are saying that um, there's mobile games. I've seen quite a fair bit being thrown around. There's here, there's the Xbox is working on a Monster Hunter style co-op game as well. So who knows what that could be?
It could be anything really. It's just all we know is there's a big project coming with 100 people working on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Still
not
though,
much you can really say.
there's quite a hefty amount of people though to be working on one project.
Hmm. So it's the question of what could it be? I mean,
I mean, if it's just an add-on for Infinite, then that's quite a lot of people really to be working on it. Just an add-on, like an extra
hmm,
game mode. Yeah, I'd have only imagined maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 people work on that. So it would seem to me more like 100 people from 343 would
yeah,
suggest to me that it's more of a new a new game, say a mobile game, or maybe I don't know, maybe just another spin-off game. Like Call of Duty you've got with Warzone. So
don't mind the
they could be doing a battle royale sort of thing. But where does Halo? BMG says, but where does Halo go now? Bonnie Ross is gone. Please don't ask who she is, lol. I have no idea who Bonnie Ross is.
So, to be truthful,
Let's find out who is Bonnie Ross. Bonnie Ross is an American video game developer. She serves as corporate vice president, Xbox Game Studio. Wow, that's a big role. Holy crap. And is head of 343 Industries. Oh. Yeah, I had no clue. BMG, okay. I didn't know. I don't. All I really know about games is play them. That's all, that's all I really care about. I don't
it's
really.
only
I don't.
recently.
I just know it's a bunch of developers making a game. You know. I didn't go and study computer science or something at college, and I mean, to be fair, I did do an IT practitioner's course at college, so I should really know some stuff about it. But
Oh, way back when. I mean, the thing is, if the head of 343 Industries is gone, I mean, the studio itself, the entire company could go in a completely different direction. We don't know. We can't until we know what the new head of 343 is like. We can't make a decision on that.
hmm.
You know, you good thing you're only in chat tonight. Yeah, good thing you are only in chat tonight. Because to be truthful, it would literally be 2 hours of you lecturing us on who people are.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
If people don't know, BMG is another panel member of the main show, Stasis Chat.
Our Lord and Savior, BMG.
He's a great guy. We've, I think both me and you, Anime, have been quite grateful for having BMG around to teach us how to do podcasting and stuff like this. I think we've been kind of lost without him. Her job
Yeah.
has now been split into 3 top job roles. Oh Christ! How the hell did she manage that?
Oh,
That must be
God.
awkward.
Never mind awkward. That's just going to be bureaucracy hell.
Does she get paid for all 3 job roles, or is that all combined into one? I'm interested now. I want to know. I want to know about this. Is it like 3 separate jobs, or is it 3? Is it one big job role that has 3 different parts to it?
I'm guessing it was 3. I'm guessing it was one job, but it's been split into 3.
So does she get paid for all 3 now?
No. She's left. So there's 3 different people. So that sounds like bureaucracy hell.
Sounds like the perfect recipe for an argument.
Yeah.
I wanted that job. No, well, you're not having it.
No, well, majority rules.
And yeah.
Aha.
Anyway. So hopefully, I don't know why I keep going to say Bungie. I'm still stuck in bloody 2010 when it comes to Bungie and Halo. I still can't accept it, damn it.
It still feels weird.
Yeah, I still can't get used to staying 343.
To say that it's named after like one of the main villains of the early games. So
Yeah. So
speaking of Bungie.
speaking of Bungie, they filed a series of patents that could suggest they're developing a mobile game. How do we feel about that?
I'm a bit conflicted because
I don't think Bungie should be getting into the. Honestly, I don't think Bungie should be getting into the mobile sphere. I I
No,
think I think the Bungie should just stick to the console and PC gaming side of things. Don't
I
bother with
think
mobile. I mean,
I think
I can understand them wanting to go into that area because there's obviously there's a big market now for mobile gaming, and that's growing rapidly.
mhm.
I mean, rapidly.
But
Could it be a Halo? Damn it! Bun- Destiny. That one. Fucking Destiny, man. Get your head in the game. Um,
good try.
could it be a Destiny spin-off game? You know, like I'm gonna say it, Raid Shadow Legends. Ooh. Could it end up being that style game? Or hopefully not, because if it does, hmm, I'm gonna think a bit less of Bungie if they do that.
I'm really not looking forward to it because all I can imagine is there's only one other game company that seems to have gone in. From my knowledge of mobile gaming, which is very limited, there was only one other company that went from main game, like which is Bethesda. To be truthful, they were the ones that went from console gaming and um, went into the whole, mobile sphere with Blades, and that flopped.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably flopped hard.
That flopped harder than Magikarp doing Splash.
Uh, the BMG says Sony wanted them more just for the live service network on the back end and to help push their upcoming 10 live service games over the next 5 years. And Sony wants some of the mobile market share. Well, Sony would.
Sony already has some of the market share. They sell mobile phones.
The Sony Ericsson, mate. The
Oh,
Walkman built into them. Those were the days.
those days.
Those were the days. Those were the
That was
days.
high. That was high school. I had one.
So did I. In
The
fact,
sound quality on them were great.
believe it or not, I very nearly did end up with a Sony before I got this my S22. I nearly ended up with a Sony. I was talking to
You,
them at EE, and they were like, "Yeah, don't be going to get Sony." Crap. I was like, "Yeah, but Sony are not known for the decent phones. They're known for their cameras."
they're known for their cameras and their TVs and
The
just
console.
consoles.
The console.
Is there any market that Sony doesn't want to get into?
I know, right?
I mean, it was weird seeing the fact that Siemens went into mobile phones from trains. And yeah, I can understand that as well. They do want to grab more of the Japanese market.
Yeah, they do.
Because even Nintendo's in the game in the mobile scene.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
yeah, sort of like Pokemon Go.
No. They've got obviously you've got Pokemon Go, but that's Niantic. Um, but you've got they've got the Mario Run game,
Yeah.
uh,
I
Harvest Moon.
The thing is, I don't really follow Nintendo that much because like after the Wii, it just kind of I don't know. To me, it just seemed like Nintendo became very gimmicky, and they don't seem very serious about like the gaming market. That's just my point of view. Then you've got like the Sony and Xbox war, and like
Yeah,
they're fighting with each other for like the game development studios. They're fighting over games. They're fighting even over the damn platforms. You know,
yeah.
they're fighting over fucking Call of Duty at the moment. So it's like, what the hell? Sony have made the console cheaper and smaller in interior, yet have whacked the price up everywhere but the USA. Well, how have they made the console smaller? By
I haven't.
removing the disk drive. I mean, D-Brand made the PS5 smaller a little bit by getting rid of the stupid pointy bits at the top of the PS5.
Hmm. And yeah, I can see them understanding the PC side because PC master race. All about that Minesweeper.
All about Minesweeper and Excel, as BMG always says. Oh, the inside stuff. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Mm.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, the only problem with it though is that personally, I think the cooling side of it is a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? A bit pathetic.
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to get my hands on a PS5 because I still haven't had hands-on experience with one.
But there was a guy that I watch on YouTube. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he did actually make the world's first PS5 Slim, and literally it was about this thick.
Mm.
It was really thin. It was like just bigger than the motherboard, and it was water cooled.
Mm. See what I'm looking forward to soon is the I forgot what they're called. You know where they grab a console and just show a PC in it.
Yeah, well, like Linus did with the original Xbox,
Xbox.
turned it into a sleeper PC.
That's it. Sleepers.
Yeah. Charging an extra 50 quid as they just increase the console. Yeah. Microsoft did say that they weren't going to be upping the price of their console, so Sony could be killing themselves a bit with that one. That could end badly for Sony by upping
Yeah,
the
but we've
price
got
of
all
the
the fanboys.
PlayStations. Well, yeah, it's like, in fact, today me and Milderoff were in Lancaster, and we just seen this guy who just got himself a new bright red PS5 controller, and he looks so happy with himself. And I turned around to Milderoff and I said, "What's the bet that he's had to go and buy a new PS5 controller because he's launched his one at the wall playing FIFA?" She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, the guy just walked past in."
Mm.
I thought she was talking to me then. I was like, "Wait, what?" But no.
Yeah. And yes, BMG, I will have to come down to yours and play on it at some point.
You will. I was definitely impressed with the PS5.
That's the problem, the hardcore fan base.
Yeah.
Without that hardcore fan base, that
But in a way, by doing that, they've turned away potential customers and potential fanboys of PlayStation.
mm, but
There's that kind of like, yeah, DualSense is amazing. I will say that,
I don't know because I've not played with it.
but
To me, it still looks like a boomerang.
I don't even know where I think I've got my Xbox controller at the minute. But yeah, Sony could be killing themselves a little bit there on that one by upping the price of the consoles.
Mm.
This was the whole PS3 360 era again, innit? Where I think the 360 was cheaper than the PS3.
Yeah.
I think. I might have to correct me if I'm wrong with that, but that's what it sounds like it's going towards again.
Um. This the Yeah, I think we need to think about how things are with them because we don't know why they've done it overall. I think a lot of it will be to do with the whole splicing. You know, splicing. I think it was called splicing, where they bought people were buying just masses of them and selling them on for higher prices.
I think what it is, why they've upped the price of the consoles, would probably be because of they're trying to recoup the costs of buying like Bungie.
Mm,
So
yeah, but at the same time, why haven't Xbox put their prices up?
I mean, then PS4 undercut the Xbox One by they did.
I
Well,
remember having PS4.
to be fair though, the Xbox One did kind of suck. But at the same time, the PS4 had its own problems where it sounded like a fucking 747 taking off.
Yeah, I really did. But then again,
Damn.
my Mrs. Xbox One now sounds like that.
I've still got mine. I've still got the original Xbox One. But honestly, the I've got the only problem I've got with it now is the brick. The big brick is like buzzing now, so it might be on its way out.
Mm,
Sony just greedy lol. Plus, Microsoft, the $2 trillion company, can afford the hit. Well, yeah, they can. That's true.
mm.
I mean, shit. If Microsoft really wanted to, they could probably just buy Sony and say, yeah, "Fuck you." They've
Yeah,
got the
but then
money
again,
to do it.
yeah,
But
but then they
then,
would have a monopoly.
yeah, but then it would be massive kickoffs around the world with it because it would be a monopoly at that point. And I personally think that a company like Nintendo um needs someone at this point to have the money that they can rely on.
Yeah.
Because although they've got the Switch, they've got the Wii, the Wii U, whatever else, you know, I
Mm.
think I think they may starting to struggle a little bit. So they could, but the regulators, yeah, definitely, the regulators would
That's
definitely
literally what
block
we
it.
that's yeah, they will block that. That's literally
And
what we are
and
just
and
saying.
and to be honest, I think the governments like UK government and the American government would be stepping in at that point, saying, "Yeah, you ain't buying Sony. You can shut up and leave them alone."
Yeah. Um which, you know, at this point I think just leave that where that is, I think. Because there's not much more we can say on that.
No.
Um
So next, with Respawn Entertainment, they have released a statement calling for an end to development harassment. If you do watch us here on Stasis chat, or even now watching, I keep wanting to say Bytes. I really keep wanting to say it, but Frostbites. If you do watch us, we do not condone any form of harassment or against any developer, be it Respawn Entertainment, be it Microsoft, Sony, whoever. It doesn't matter. We do not condone that kind of thing. Um, um, and if we do find you doing it, we will most likely boot you out of our community because we do not tolerate that kind of behavior.
no.
Just
I
people,
mean,
just remain respectful, and don't go after them.
no, like we had it not so long ago where Bungie were literally having bomb threats
Yeah.
daily, and we that's not conductive to productivity. That's
All that's doing is slowing down development. If you're harassing developers, tweeting at them on Twitter or pinging them on Discord, if they're on Discord, all you're doing is slowing down the development cycle, and you're also increasing the chance of bugs and glitches and whatever else happening in a game. If you want a game to work, let the developers work on it. They shouldn't be having to pour time, money, and resources into stopping this kind of harassment and it's not on. It's not right. You shouldn't be doing it.
no. Um, it's
If a change
becoming more.
if a change happens to a game that you play, you know, maybe send them some feedbacks. Maybe make a YouTube video, with constructive criticism. But to harass them is just no. What you on about this? I think BMG's asking about the other logo. In background here on my keyboard box. That is my friend, buddy, my good friend, Shadow Wolf VFX. Just to give him a shout out. That's his logo. He made that. And I thought, sorry, I might just make a wall of logos behind me.
Stealing BMG's ideas.
It was BMG's idea originally. I'm now stealing that and using that as my as my own.
I'm going to read the statement that's been put out because I agree with it. That's the one.
I'm just grabbing the statement.
Yeah. Recently, we have seen increased harassment towards members of our development team. We welcome community input. However, the line between constructive feedback and the harassment of our dev team cannot be crossed. We want to remind our players that we have a zero tolerance policy for threats and the harassment of our developers. We will take appropriate action to ensure the health and safety of our team. We love hearing feedback and will continue to work alongside our community to foster a respectful, collaborative environment and uphold the competitive integrity of our game. Which is literally what we've just said. You know, it's not about the whole where it's we need to take the things like this seriously where like I said, bomb threats.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at this situation. I'm laughing at what BMG's just said in the chat. He just said, I feel that Shadow Maul constantly mentally undresses me and mind fucks me.
I can't see that. I literally cannot see that. But no, it's becoming a bit of a joke at the moment with developer harassment. Developers are trying to put things up on to get constructive feedback, and then you're getting people threatening them constantly. Like Bungie have literally, which don't get me wrong, Bungie haven't got the greatest track record of community feedback in terms of talking between community, and they were getting really good with it by having the devs put little bits and pieces up on Twitter.
Even now, Bungie have actually commented on that statement, saying, "Standing against toxicity and harassment takes all of us working together to build healthier communities. We are with you in that effort at Respawn."
Yeah.
Yes, BMG is Atari.
So there is that, and I agree with.
So Bungie is standing with Respawn, so that's nice to see.
But we shouldn't have gotten to this situation.
No.
And it's going to be one of them where it's constant. I still say to this day that since COVID, basically our entire community seems to have gone towards more violence than anything else, which it shouldn't be like that.
It's like I said, you know, if you're making bomb threats or any kind of threat or harassing any developments, you are slowing down the development of that game. You know, for all we know with Respawn, they could be working on the next Titanfall game. We don't know this. They could be working on the next Titanfall game. They could be working on another Apex Legends. They could be working on any game that they are known for. They could be working on. But this level of harassment, like I say, is slowing them down. Well, what could have been them saying, "Yeah, we've got an announcement coming soon regarding a game." You know, that could have gone from saying that this year to saying that next year.
Yeah,
it's these small impacts. It's these small impacts that can have a massive effect on a game or get on the development cycle. Not only will it slow down the development cycle, but like they said,
You're pulling resources away.
you're pulling resources away from where it needed to be. Yeah. Um, and then not only that, the developers then have to take time out of their work. They have to take some time off so that they can, just regather the wits and check on the mental health and make sure that they're up to scratch so that they can do the job. If they can't do the job, then there's the potential they could either be moved somewhere else within the company, or they could just straight up leave. At which point, one person
Lost
leaves
down.
because of mental health. There could potentially be other people, other developers leaving because of their mental health, and now you've potentially just fucked a game over. So how I see it is, if they're doing something you don't like, rather than harassing the devs, maybe just say maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe do it this way instead. It's called constructive criticism. It's instead of it making a negative thing, start with a negative, but then turn it into a positive.
Hmm.
So let's say for instance, Stasis chat, we end up not being able to do it next week, for instance. What instead of say, yeah, next week's cancelled, that's a negative. What instead what we'd do is say next week's cancelled. It's not. Well, it's just an example. Next week's cancelled, but we're going to do it on this date instead. Or we're having to move it because of this reason or whatever, It could be anything, I mean, I may not even be there either next week after. I may not even be around for a show either next week or week after. So, yeah. Yeah,
um,
like BMG says, end of the day, it's just games. Grow the fuck up. Totally agree with you there, buddy.
yeah, completely agree.
But to up the hype and the last topic, guess what's back, peeps?
E3, I thought this was dead. I
E3's
thought
back.
I thought this was literally a dead thing. I
Uh,
know after 2020, I thought there was going to be absolutely no more E3.
no.
E3 to me, because
Oh.
PlayStation pulled out, Nintendo kind of like had their treehouse, which lined up with E3, but which left Xbox and smaller developers. So it's not. To me, I thought it was gone for good because then there was no real reason for it to be around because obviously developers were updating us through the year. But to have such a big thing back that everyone waits for in the gaming community is amazing.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I, I E3 was always the big show of the year.
It will be back between June 13th and June 16th, 2023, and that will be at the Los Angeles Convention Center. So
Nice.
apparently, from reading this article, I think the first couple of days um is going to be centered around businesses.
Mhm.
I'm trying to read this, skim through this article. Yeah, the first 2 days are only for the business. The third day is business consumer day, while the fourth day is purely for consumers. So they're kind of splitting it up, which I kind of like that. It's
Mm.
instead of making all 4 days, 3 days, whatever, just being solely consumers. But it's a good idea to do it that way.
Mm.
So it says here, one half of the LACC, the Los Angeles Convention Center, will be entirely dedicated to business, featuring quieter, more comfortable booths with areas to connect and network and grab a coffee. The hope is to reopen. I'm gonna guess at this and say Kenshia, Kenshia Hall, whatever it is.
Sure.
And again, this will be exclusively for business attendees. The other half will be the spectacular E3 that you're used to, and for the first 2 days, this will also be for business attendees only.
Hmm.
So
I'm thinking.
obviously, I would assume that your big companies like Bungie, Respawn, 343, big companies, Sony, they'll all be there.
Hmm.
Assuming.
But it's going to be a wait and see what happens because, like I said, Sony pulled out of it
Yeah,
2020.
but that was more to do with the fact of COVID, though,
No,
wasn't it?
no, no, no. They
Or
officially
they
they
just
officially pulled out
pulled the plug on E3.
before. Yeah,
Uh,
they pulled the plug, and Nintendo weren't
oh,
actually there.
hopefully they'll be back.
Hmm.
Hopefully, E3 will go back to normal. Hopefully, they don't just go, well, there's not enough people coming. Fuck this, we ain't doing it anymore. Hopefully, it's actually going to be back and, here to stay.
Yeah, I think E3 needs to be is the big thing that we've always
Because
all been waiting for.
not only that, it's been kind of a mess over these past few years, hasn't it? With games being released, it's just been kind of, right, well, this company's at this convention. Are they going to be live streaming? Yes. What day and what time? No idea. And then you find out that it was 2 days ago, 7 p.m.
Hmm.
EST, and it's like, okay. I didn't find anything out about
I think it's going to be a wait and see one with that one. I can't think of.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, Microsoft have their own data down the road,
Yeah.
which is normally why it was always Friday on its own. But I can't think of anything else. Um,
It's just the only thing I've really got a thing say, it's just a reminder is make sure your accounts are secure. That's just not for gaming. Your gaming accounts like Bungie, wherever. That's your personal private, like your Facebook accounts, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. Yeah, make sure it's on. Um, you'll be thanking us later.
yeah. So
No more harassing dev companies. I'm watching you. Not really.
mm,
Yeah. Uh,
but,
is there anything else you want to say? Anime?
mm,
No.
well, apart from
I've had this. I've had this Atari cap. I noticed BMG mentioned it just then. Um, I've had this for years. Geez, like I got this in game in bloody hell, a few years ago now. It's old. It's just been
mm,
kind of hanging up on my wall. Kind of been
but,
sitting there. I've not really been wearing it because I usually have a
like,
big head of hair,
yeah.
an afro.
So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
And anything you want to add, BMG? Whilst we wait for that. Like I said earlier at the start of the podcast, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification button. And you can follow me on Twitter at shadow_Maul. You can find me on YouTube as well now. But I'll be posting a link for that in Discord. You'll find Stasis chat. I don't see any links in the chat. Do you? What? Just drop link in chat. Well, I don't see any links.
I know.
You,
Oh well.
you might have to ping that to us on Discord, mate.
Yeah. Um, what else is there? Find me on YouTube.
Oh,
Anime
oh, I see. He's on about Discord. Yeah. I see. Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
So, according to Jeff Grubb, Xbox originally planned to release 9 exclusive games in 2023. These games are Hellblade 2, Perfect Dark, Fable, Contraband, Avowed, Everwild, new games from In Exile, Compulsion, and Coalition, not Gears of War.
Right. So I'm looking forward to the. I have always liked the Fable games. Um,
I mean, my childhood when it came to actually gaming consisted of your typical Flash games on your browser, your Java game, your JavaScript games on your browsers, and then when I did have a PS2, it mainly consisted of like F1 and Stuntman Ignition and like games like that. I didn't really play Halo as a kid. I didn't really play GTA either. I mean,
yeah.
I had it, but I didn't really play it.
Hmm.
Um,
I played the Fable games from Fable 2, and I love them.
yes,
Uh,
BMG. I did start on PlayStation. In fact, I actually started on Nintendo, Game Boy Color.
I started on Sega.
Started on Sega. You old git. Oh wait, I shouldn't really say that when I'm like what 6 months younger than you.
Something like that. Yeah, it's like yeah, I started on the Sega Mega Drive,
Jeez, yeah, I started
or
on.
or should I say the Sega Genesis for our friends over the pond?
Believe it or not, the first game, and I remember this clear as day. See if I can find it on the Google.
On the
Um,
Google.com.
oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is. Oh, mate, this brings back some fucking memories. This, holy shit.
Oh, my first game was first game I can remember is actually Streets of Rage
So,
3.
so the first game I ever played was this. It's called Nigel Mansell. What was it? Nigel Mansell's Championships. World
World
Championships.
Championship.
Oh man, that brings back some hefty memories. That. Oh shit.
Oh,
That. Look how it used to look. Yeah, ladies, gentlemen, and
we've come a
yeah.
long way.
That's what it used to look like. That's what racing games used to look like.
We've come a long way in the last 20 years.
It's all like that, yeah. I mean, you look at F1 2022, it's like, holy crap. BMG even had ET with his Atari.
Whoa.
That's all good.
Is your copy somewhere in Mexico in a dump?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of old games, um, there's been a fair bit of thrown around with the word fraud.
Lord.
Yeah, there's some companies I'm not going to specify which, just again because of harassment. Don't want to cause it. Certain companies have been deliberately inflating classic games. You know, like your original, your Mario. What was it? Mario, Super Mario, and 64 sealed
Yeah,
copy. That they're inflating it to like $500,000 for a sealed copy of the game, deliberately inflating it. Just, yeah.
yeah,
So the so
very
so
much that. I think
what was his name? Carl Jobs, something like that. Basically called them out to be a fraud. Called out a certain company a fraud, and they tried responding and apparently just threw back just lies and deception back at the consumers. So
well,
best not to get too into that.
no, let's not get into that. But
Anyways, yes. So we've learned that BMG is a lot older than we thought it was.
he's an old fool, but we love him.
Yeah. Anyways, like I say, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. One down below. Probably below me, actually. Down there. Um if you haven't already, go watch some of our other episodes of Stasis Chat. Go like them. Share those videos with your friends and family and your grandma.
Safe for grandma.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Okay, can hear your other half coughing away in the background.
Yeah, I need a new mic.
Yeah, Twitter at shadow_Maul. You can find me on YouTube, but I haven't really got that set up properly yet. I've only just started in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, wow, wherever else. Your main platform for podcasts. Search Stasis Chat and you should find it. If you don't know how to spell it, it's up there. Right in the top middle center of the stream. It's also over there. Down there in that bottom corner.
Find me over at YouTube. I'm nearly did it again. You can find me here on YouTube as Anime Razza, and you can also find me over on Twitter at Anime Razza. So, and Twitch. I still stream to Twitch occasionally, mainly for recording, but I'll still stream there occasionally. But yeah, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, you can find BMG as well. What's that? What is it? Twitter? Twitter.com. Just search Twitter.
Just search Twitter.
You'll find him. You'll find him over there sharing the retweeting the Stasis Chat stuff at BMG. That's what it is. Yeah, if you're not in the Discord, discord.io/Stasis Chat. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, right. Okay. We'll see you in the next Wednesday. Do we know when the next show is yet?
Monday.
Monday.
9 o'clock.
Monday 9 o'clock. Good stuff. Good stuff. Make sure you're there for that. That will be going up over the stream for that will be going up over the next few days. If you want to sit in there until one day, then you're quite welcome to. We're not going to make you. BMG might, but the rest of us won't. Anyways, see you guys later.
Stay frosty.
Bye.